Well, we are finally done with that extreme cold that we dealt with for most of last week and even last weekend, but we're still going to be staying below average for the next couple days going into the start of this upcoming week. After that, though, we could have a brief warm up where some of us could actually rise above freezing. So something to look forward to in the forecast. A little bit chilly tonight, but the good news is these lows are actually going to be hit earlier on. We're seeing our low temperatures dipping down closer to the midnight hours. So while for the most part, most of the area does dip down into the single digits by the morning, most of us will already be back into the teens. We also have some early morning flurries coming in that will likely continue to be on and off light snow throughout most of the day tomorrow. So expect a mostly cloudy day with temperatures tad warmer than today, for the most part fairly similar. In the mid to low 20s, 24 for our Sunday high in La Crosse, 23 in Eau Claire. We're going to have a little bit more of a wind out there, though. It was a nice calm day today, but with more of a wind, of course, then comes the bit of a wind chill. Winds blowing close to around 15 miles per hour, so we'll likely see those wind chills dipping down for much of the day. Not feeling quite as warm as we were today, and even then it wasn't all that warm. Just felt a lot nicer than where we were. As we see our snow coming in tonight, cloud coverage increasing ahead of it. Really, as we speak right now, for the most part, seeing that main band of snow reaching in around 5 to 7 in the morning. It starts to really dissipate, though, as it reaches into our area. Still going to be that one main band for the early morning hours, and then therefore, afterwards, just on and off, very scattered flurries as we go into the later morning. By the afternoon, maybe another more broad, widespread area of snow passing through. But for the most part, it's all going to be very light flurries for the entirety of the time. So not a continuous snowfall, more of an on and off again flurry through the day. A lot of that should be out of the area then. As we get into the later evening hours, still left with some cloud coverage, but we should be snow-less as we get until after about 8 p.m. tomorrow. Really expecting quite light amounts, for the most part 1 to 2 inches across much of the area. Folks further north of I-94 have the off chance where we could possibly see a little bit more than 2 inches. Maybe 2.5 to 3 if you're lucky, but for the most part, very light snow out there for all of tomorrow. Going to be a little bit of a breeze, though, as I mentioned, that could affect our wind chill. And as that snow passes through in the morning, we could see it blowing around a little bit. It's a lighter snow, maybe the chance for some drifting, but we're not expecting all that much of snow anyways, so it wouldn't be too high of drifts at the end of the day. Seeing those winds slowly taper off, blowing out of the south, though, so not really going to be a cold wind, but still breezy nonetheless, and it will likely blow that snow around, especially through the morning hours. Even so, very minor travel impacts throughout the day. As we go into the start of this week, then still staying below average. Our average now sitting at about 28 degrees. We're seeing highs through the start of the week in the low 20s, but by Thursday, look at that, getting back into the low 30s finally. It's been quite some time to get there. We'll continue to stay above average as we go into Friday then as well. By the weekend, probably dipping back down. Still a lot of uncertainty and question on how cold we'll actually get by next week and going into next week, but we know for a fact likely not going to be in the 30s.